Hey YouTube, Jim here. Welcome to Top 10 Archive. Wow, you got really tall. Well, anyway, these are 10 of the tallest people ever to walk the earth. 10 real-life giants. Now, some of those found on our list are products of tall parents, while others may suffer from genetic disorders. But regardless of case, they should probably duck around ceiling fans. Now, I have a tall order for you. Subscribe and click the bell to get notified of our latest video. If this video wasn't over your head, be sure to give it a like and comment with your own tall person pun in the comments. Oh, by the way, any height that's been disputed or unverified will not be included in this list.
Number 10. Morteza Mehrzad. Not one to let disability keep him from being active. Morteza Mehrzad Silekjani is part of the men's national sitting volleyball team in Iran. At 8 feet 1 inch, Mehrzad is the tallest man in Iran and the tallest Paralympian ever. He plays as an outside hitter and competed in the 2016 Summer Paralympics, where he became the top scorer in the sitting volleyball final. His disability comes not from his height, but from a pelvic fracture suffered during a bicycle accident at 15 years old. Due to the accident, his right leg stopped growing and is now 6 inches shorter than his left. Number 9. Brahim Takioullah. If you're going to hold the world record for something, there are worse possibilities than world's largest feet. You know the saying, big feet, big shoes? Anyway, Brahim Takioullah of Morocco, born January 26, 1982, is the second tallest living person, standing at 8 feet 1 inch. At 18 years old, Takioullah was diagnosed with acromegaly and grew just over 3 inches within a year. Today he works at Parc Saint-Paul in St. Paul, France. Number 8. Patrick Cotter O'Brien. This 18th century tall man has the distinction of not just being the third tallest person ever recorded, but also the first person ever to be recorded at a verified height of 8 feet. At the time of his death in 1806, based on the examination of his remains in 1972, O'Brien was believed to have topped out at 8 feet 1 inch. Though his record was beaten nearly a century later, the Irish giant was the tallest person ever recorded at the time he lived. Also, strangely enough, the Medical Museum of the Royal College of Surgeons in London has a preserved arm of Cotter's on display. Number 7. Zeng Jinlian. The only woman to make this list, and the only known female to break the 8-foot mark, Zeng likely would have surpassed many of the tallest men had she lived past 17 years old. The reason for her death is unknown, but likely due to gigantism. At age 4, she was recorded at 5 feet 1.5 inches, and within 9 years, she sprouted up to 7 feet 1.5 inches. Her growth is worth noting because it matches the pattern seen with the tallest recorded man, who you'll be meeting shortly. Number 6. Bernard Coyne. In 1918, at 21 years old, Bernard Coyne of Anthon, Iowa, attempted to join the United States Army. Though World War I was winding down, there was still a need for fine soldiers, but Coyne wouldn't be among them. It wasn't for any dishonorable reason, but because at the time of his enlistment, he was at a height of 7 feet 9 inches. At his peak, Coyne was recorded to be 8 feet 2 inches and was alleged to be the tallest ever unicoidal infantile giant or a sufferer of daddy longlegs syndrome. At the age of 23, Coyne passed away from hardening of the liver and a glandular disorder. Number 5. Don Coehler. At the time of his death in 1981, at the age of 55, Denton, Missouri native Donald Coehler measured 8 feet 2 inches at his peak height. At 10 years old, Coehler experienced a period of growth that ultimately led to his unusual stature. Despite his own height, his twin sister only measured 5 feet 9 inches, earning them the Guinness World Record for the greatest difference in height between twins. Coehler never joined a sideshow, but did work for Jim Moran Auto Dealer to demonstrate the spaciousness of the Hudson Motor Car Company's step-down design. He was later approached by the Harlem Globetrotters coach, but declined the offer to join the team. Instead, he opted for a normal life as a working man for Big Joe hydraulic lifts. Number 4. Sultan Kosen. Born in Mardin, Turkey in 1982, Turkish farmer Sultan Kosen has the distinction of being the tallest living male. Though he's quite a bit shorter than the number 1 spot on this list, Kosen's 8 feet 2 inches height, which was verified by the Guinness World Records, is just an inch taller than the Moroccan tall man Takioullah. Along with his height, Kosen holds the record for the world's largest hands, coming in at 10.75 inches, and the second largest feet at 14.25 inches for his left and 14 inches for his right. Most recently, Kosen started working with the Magic Circus of Samoa. Number 3. Vaino Myllyrinne. The life of Vaino Myllyrinne of Helsinki, Finland may not have been entirely unusual. In fact, shave off a few feet of his 8 feet 3 inches stature and he seemed like any other Finnish man. Due to his height and time in the Finnish Defense Forces, he was believed to have been the tallest soldier ever. He trained in 1929 but turned to professional wrestling and circus performances in 1930. By 1939, Myllyrinne was serving the Finnish Army during the Winter War. In 1946, he went on to buy a chicken farm, where he lived humbly until passing away at the age of 54 in April of 1963. Number 2. John Rogan. Before being snuck past the number 1 entry in this list, John William Rogan earned recognition for being the tallest man ever recorded. At 8 feet 9 inches, Rogan saw his first growth spurt at 13 years old. The Hendersonville, Tennessee native was unable to stand or walk by the age of 14. Since his disability kept him from performing physical labor, he turned to selling portraits and postcards at a train station and even had some of his art published. In September of 1905, he passed away at the age of 37, not once accepting any offer to join a sideshow. Number 1. Robert Wadlow. At 8 feet 11 inches, Robert Pershing Wadlow of Alton, Illinois was already 8 feet 4 inches by the time he graduated from Alton High School. In 1936, he went on to tour with the Ringling Brothers Circus, earning him an unusual celebrity status. 2 years later, he joined the International Shoe Company for a promotional tour and, in exchange, received complimentary shoes. The Guinness World Records verified his height in June 1940, just a month before his passing on July 15th at the age of 22. Thanks for watching. I'm just over 6 foot 3 inches, so it's hard to imagine people 2 feet taller than me. Don't forget to subscribe, click the bell, like this video, and leave a comment about the tallest person you've ever seen.